Here at Alternate Reality, we do multi-day sale-aramas every single month featuring different items here at the store. This month, we're doing the Action Man sale. What's the Action Man sale? Every single action figure I've got in the store is buy two, you get a third one free. That's McFarlane Spawn, McFarlane Sports Figures, DC Direct, manga action figures, kids action figures, gaming action figures, Marvel Select. All of my action figures are buy any two, you get a third one free here at Alternate Reality. Don't you miss it. And this month, the Action Man sale goes on from March 8th through the 12th here at Alternate Reality. Buy any two action figures, get a third one free. Don't you?
It's time for fight news. Them's fighting whites.
Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Comicbookmans Video Outhouse. Coming to you today, as always, we are in the tranquil neighborhood of Mount Greenwood here in Chicago, Illinois, next to the corner of 111th and Kedzie. That's right, Alternate Reality, the comic book Walmart, where you can come in and pick up anything you need relating to pop culture. Comic books, posters, movie books, trade paperbacks, all kinds of stuff. This guy right over here.
Chlamydia.
Chlamydia? I don't think he sells that. I think he
Chlamydia's on sale?
I think he just gives it away. I eat it. This is the famous comic book man. Beat a kid, you're slowing me down. Okay, today you may leave now. Thank you. He's such a pain. Today we're coming. This bit we're gonna do here has to do with mixed martial arts. That's guys fighting in octagons and making each other bloody. And sometimes it gets kind of nasty, like in our first little bit. Appears Frank Mir gave a radio interview, and he wasn't a nice guy, was he there, Bocepheus? Oh, that's Bo, by the way.
Hi, Bo. Hi, kid.
And me, you don't care who I am. Uncle Peter for whoever's worried about it, but let's get right into it. They don't want to know who we are. They want to know this stuff.
During a radio interview, Frank Mir said that he hoped that Brock Lesnar would be the first person that dies due to octagon-related injuries.
Dies due to...
He said this on live radio.
Live radio? That means the censor button wasn't on or anything?
Wasn't on. And after the statement was made, he got a phone call from Dana White who told him to shut the hell up and apologize. And so Frank apologized.
But did he mean it?
Oh, well, yeah, he meant it because he realized he's going to be losing money if he didn't really sound like he was really apologizing.
Frank, buddy, I know you may not like the guy, but wishing him dead? That's a little shaky. Frank. You would think, what more do we need? But we actually have some fight results for you, too. UFC 110, I believe you're calling it.
Yes.
What happened?
Well, there was a fight between Stephan Bonner, who used to live here in Chicago, and Christoph Sozic.
Local boy, huh?
Local boy. He's training at the gym over there in Clark Division. The fight was stopped in the third round because of a deep facial cut to Bonner's head. So
ouch.
The referee he thought that maybe Sozic had punched him.
Right.
He actually got hit with an illegal headbutt, and his head was bleeding, and so the ref stopped the fight. So Bonner's going to appeal and have the fight basically declared a draw. And the two have decided, they said they would be more than willing to fight again because it was an unfortunate incident. He didn't mean to bump his head, and he didn't mean to bleed so much, but the ref kind of like blew it because he didn't see it.
Here's a bulletin from the newsroom. It is being reported that Free Comic Book Day will be returning on the first Saturday in the month of May. As they have in the past, Alternate Reality, located in Mount Greenwood, will once again be participating. To repeat, Free Comic Book Day is returning on May the 1st, and Alternate Reality will once again be participating. We will, of course, break back in if there are any updates to the story. We now return to our regularly scheduled programming.
So stay tuned for Sozic Bonner Part 2. Part 2. Two
tastes in one.
Moving on to UFC 111, they got some real original names for these things.
Well, they number them, then they have a little subtitle, but basically they just go by the number.
Something happening there, huh? That the fans might be interested in.
If you were at home and you didn't want to order the pay-per-view,
right?
You could go, effective now because they made this deal, you could go to a local movie theater and you could see UFC 111 in a theater near you.
A long time ago, they used to do that with heavyweight or big-time championship prize fights. Used to be called closed circuit. You go to arenas, movie theaters, the whole schmear. It's quite impressive, actually.
And it's going to start. And actually, what's going to be interesting about this is the fact that some of these theaters, there will be UFC fighters there hosting the event.
Now that's neat.
So you can meet them, watch the show, eat popcorn, and do whatever you want.
That's it. And Well, he's not with the UFC, but he's a pretty fairly well-known kind of guy in the MMA realm, and that would be, what's his nickname?
Fedor Emelianenko.
Fedor Emelianenko, the big Ruski, or Ukrainian, I think.
He's either one works.
He's one of them former Soviet.
Yeah. Well, he said he's going to fight Fabricio Werdum in May, which kind of screws up the whole CBS Strikeforce deal because they thought that they would be fighting at the card in April on TV. So that's not happening, and so the main event for that card will probably be Dan Henderson versus his name escapes me right now.
They're losing Fedor. I bet the powers that be
Well,
are real happy about that.
They're not really
for that
losing,
particular
but yeah,
fight.
for that one,
particular fight.
CBS is like, wait a minute, we could. Well, Henderson's actually photogenic, so we'll use it.
All right, but he ain't Fedor. Speaking of photogenic, I'm glad you brought this up. Another fairly well-known name got caught with his pants down, so to speak. You want to fill us in there?
Roaming around in the internet, there's a viral video which involves UFC's Chuck Liddell and his girlfriend Heidi Northcutt working out. They happen to be naked.
Naked.
This isn't an accidental
naked
thing.
working out.
They were working out naked. Apparently, she looks really good naked, and Chuck looks like Chuck.
Chuck's been beat up a lot. I'm sure he doesn't look quite as good.
But it isn't anything that sort of slipped on the internet. It's actually part of a viral marketing campaign for Reebok.
So
it's a commercial.
So somebody somewhere is trying to make a buck off of this.
When they went to the Yahoo search, Chuck Liddell was the number 12th search person on Yahoo, and Northcutt was the number 14th search person on Yahoo.
I bet they climb those charts real fast after the word of this gets out.
Reebok's quite happy about the fact.
It's an interesting concept, but Chuck, you may want to be real careful. You wouldn't want to get anything caught between the weight plates, if you know what I'm saying.
That's quite true.
Well, hey, on that note, how do we top that? We can't, so we're just going to bail.
Naked Chuck Liddell's basically about as far as you can go. Once you get naked Chuck, you've said it all. So, to recap, we gave you MMA news. You can come here for movie reviews, wrestling news, pop culture news, all kinds of news. This guy posts information right and left. He's very articulate. And sideways.
Believe it or not. He can. That means he can spell.
I can spell quite well.
He can spell.
I spell real good. I spell good.
Yeah, right. Don't oversell.
But somebody does.
Don't oversell. It's quiet in a peanut gallery. His sterling reviews, along with everything else, can be found at Alternate Reality, the store website, which is...
Who knows where that website is?
A little person about that tall.
Sarah?
Do you need me to do it for you? www.myalternatereality.com.
I tell you.
Anyway.
Sharp as a tack.
This is Uncle Peter.
A bent tack, but sharp as a tack. And Bo
saying
so long, kids.
Saying, see ya.
Drive safely.
Alternate Reality is located at 3149 West 111th Street. That's the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in Chicago, the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood neighborhood. You can always reach us at 773-881-HERO or at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.